This is Maropeng, home to the exhibition centre, which takes visitors on a journey of discovery to learn more about the origins of humankind and our biological heritage. It allows visitors the opportunity to view original hominid and dinosaur fossils, as well as ancient artifacts housed in the fossil display room.
This place is very important in that it tells us about our origins, our humanity. We have Mrs. Place, who dates back now. We have a new date. We think that it dates back to about 3.6 million years ago. And with these fossils, they are not like us. They are not human, but they are a transition between us and other animals. So if you can look at them, they look like your chimpanzees, but they are not chimpanzees because they also have features that we have, like your small teeth and stuff. So this place is very important. It tells us about our ancestors.
So what are some of the commonalities? You mentioned that, chimpanzees and us, and there are similarities. I guess, what are some of the common factors that, these fossils have to us as humans right now?
As mentioned, it's small teeth. Even though they have smaller brains, we have bigger brains, but it's small teeth, and they are also bipedal, so they walk on two legs. Yes, you do have those that still have longer arms. Their forearms are longer, but they walk on two legs. So that's very important, and it tells you about their cognition, because some of them were starting to make tools. So we have our knives today, but they used tools, stone tools, to make their lives easier. And some of them, they even used fire. So they're very important because we are here today because of what they did back then.
Maropeng is a World Heritage Site with a name that means returning to the place of origin in Setswana. Many fossils journey back in time from the start of our universe, some 14 billion years ago, to the present and beyond.
This is one of the most recent species to have been discovered within the cradle, discovered in 2013 at a cave called Rising Star. So Homo naledi is basically young, because Homo naledi only dates back up to 336,000 years, whereas all these other different species of hominids literally date back to millions of years. So in the cave where all these fossils were actually discovered of Homo naledi, the theory is that, the cave could have been used as a burial site, because over 1,000 fossils were discovered of 15 different individuals from different age groups, because now we're talking about remains of infants and small children, teenagers, adults, elderly groups, all discovered in one chamber. So about 336,000 years ago, what we're saying that there must have at least have been some kind of symbolic thinking that would be a bit more similar to modern Homo sapiens.
The first hominid fossil was discovered in 1924. The Davung child is the fossilized skull of a young Australopithecus africanus.
So the one that I'm holding now, we call this the Darwin child. So this fossil was discovered in the Northwest back in 1924 by Professor Raymond Dutt. So this was the first Australopithecus africanus skull to be discovered around the world. Then Mrs. Bless was discovered later on in 1947.
Also amongst the findings to have been made by scientists within the cradle of humankind is the famous Mrs. Bless, the first complete Australopithecus skull to be discovered, and more recently, Littlefoot, a 14.17 million year old almost complete ape-man skeleton that was discovered in the same caves. One of Gauteng's favorite heritage attractions, the award-winning Maropeng Visitor Centre, has welcomed more than 1 million visitors since it opened in 2005. It forms part of the 8 World Heritage Sites ranked by UNESCO. It forms an important part in learning about our rich and cultural diversity, and is set out to include educational efforts encouraging people to engage with the concept of heritage in South Africa. Musa, Mkaliphi for SABC News.